Hey, welcome back. I'm Chris, and today we're gonna go to Letchworth State Park. Let's do this real quick. Now, the last time I was at Letchworth State Park, I kind of got stuck in there at night. So maybe we'll tell that story today. Anyways, let's go. Okay, so the last time I was at Letchworth was maybe about 10 to 11 years ago, and I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and what happened was something pretty stupid on my part. We set off down at the lower falls. You didn't get to see the lower falls because they were doing construction. We couldn't go quite down there today. But we started off at the lower falls, and as far as I remember, there was like a stone bridge going across the water. So we went across the water, essentially across the gorge. There are a ton of bugs down here. And then we walked up the other side, and me, okay, yeah, hey, I just started dating this girl, let's go do something fun and have an experience. There's a sign that says, you know, path closed due to mudslides. Well, it's dry out, you know, it's not that bad, so let's just continue on a little bit and see what's going on. We do so, and mind you, we got there pretty early, probably about 11 o'clock or so. And we just continued on, kept walking, and we're in the thick of it. You know what I mean? There's really, it's a dirt trail. It's not a paved path. It's not a well-established path anymore. There are a ton of bugs here. So we're going and we're going, and it's like, you know, hey, we've been walking for a while. We don't have, you know, water with us. I don't even think I brought a cell phone. Did I have a flip phone at the time? I don't even know if I had a cell phone at the time. I might have, I probably did. I'm sure I did. But the point is, we kept walking and walking. And then it got to be a point where, well, about now, where the sun's starting to set. And as you know, if you are in the woods for any extended period of time, it gets darker in the woods a lot faster than it would anywhere else. So we're out there in the woods as it's getting dark, as, well, golden hour is approaching. I'm thinking, all right, this is cool, this is nice, but it's gonna be getting dark pretty soon. And we've already been walking for a couple of hours as it was. And, well, you do the finger test, you know. You go ahead and put your fingers up to the horizon, cover the sun up a little bit, and how many fingers you have left. So essentially each finger is 15 minutes, and if you put two hands up, well, you know you have 2 hours left. So you have you know how much daylight you have left. It's just a quick way to do it. And I'm thinking, we've walked this long, I don't know how much longer we go. We looked at the map, you know, the map that's like posted to begin with, and I have no idea where we are. So we have a decision, keep going or go back. We already know how long it's gonna take to go back, so we keep going and we keep pushing on. And we're literally at the point now to where we're walking through the woods in the dark. It's late. It has to be at least 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and we're walking through the woods. She's starting to freak out. We only went out, you know, a couple of times before this, so it's like, oh, this is a good X amount of number of dates later. So when we finally made it out, we walked down the street a little bit, finally made it to a bar that was open, and, you know, we got some water, and then somebody there was kind enough to drive me back to our car that was sitting there. And it was probably about, I would say, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night before we finally got back to the car. And they said this happens every so often, so we didn't feel as bad, but it was still an experience, one that I wasn't prepared for. I didn't have anything with me, like I said. So yeah, the moral of the story here is be careful, even as something as mundane as walking a little trail in your local park. It could turn into a big thing. I mean, just think about it this way. We couldn't see. It was dark. I mean, dark in the woods, and we're walking, and you're X amount of feet up above this gorge where it was on a trail that was closed for mudslides. In case anything did happen and we slipped and fell, or even if we just sprained an ankle, it would have taken us that much longer to get out, and it could have been, well, it could have been really bad. And I don't know if there's any bears or anything like that in the area. I'm sure there's something, you know, maybe some squirrel or something like that, but really, I don't know. I have no idea. It's not like I was in the middle of nowhere, but it could have turned really bad really fast, and I'm glad we made it out of there safely. So anyways, you know what? I've done way too much rambling for today, so I'll see you on the next one.